What is going on, guys? Welcome to the live stream. Appreciate everyone on here. Just started the lives just 3 seconds ago. The brownies, thank you for being the first viewer, bro. I appreciate it. I appreciate you being the first viewer. Just setting this up right here so we can go live on both platforms. And hopefully this time we don't get kicked out of TikTok like last time. All right, so we'll go live here on TikTok too. And awesome, we are live. Bitcoin on 119. I did put a signal today in the trader in CTU, and we're up 13%. I'll share the trade here. Moved up my stop loss. Well, welcome to the live stream, guys. Welcome to the live stream. We're looking good here. Going into Monday tomorrow. Back to 119. I think last time I was live, we were at 117 around there. What's up, Crypto Owl, the greatest? Thank you for sharing wisdom. Shout out to Crypto Owl, man. Shout out to Crypto Owl. And thanks for following me, Crypto Brownies. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to like. It helps out the algorithm a lot, guys. Set live goal. Let's set the live goal here. I forgot to set the live goal. We'll do the roses. There we go. There we go. But it feels good to be live, guys. Bitcoin on 119 here. I'm up on the trade, actually. I put a trade today, which usually is kind of rare that I put trades on the weekends, but I saw that we were bullish. I saw we were looking bullish here. And this is the trade. I'm up right here. So far, I'm up 13%. You can see my entry was at 118, 168. We went a little below. I was down 5%, but then we went right back up. I put in this trade 13%. And, you know, we already took my first 2 TPs, take profits. This is how my trades, my signals look like, by the way. This is the one today. So you can see right there. You see, my strategy, guys, is I try to make trading, leverage trading, very pro risk management, right? And the best way, the best strategy that is good for risk management is not going all in on the entry. So my strategy is, you know, I'll have my entry, but it's not my entry where I put 100% of my money, right? I basically ladder in the same way that I ladder out on my TPs, take profits, which I already did right here, both of them. I ladder in on the way down if the trade is going down, and that kind of brings my average down and my liquidation down. So, but yeah. Thank you for the likes. Shout out to all you guys here on the TikTok, YouTube. Jay, what's going on, bro? I'm at to. I'm about to put you on timeout, buddy. Yeah, I'm about to put you on timeout for 5 minutes, buddy. But very soon, we're almost at 1,000 likes. You guys know when we hit 1,000 likes, we'll do the daily market review. We'll see what coins are up the most on the daily. And we're looking good for Monday. We're looking good here for Monday. This is what I was expecting. This is what I put in along here at Bitcoin. You can see this was earlier. Bitcoin was independent. And we broke out of it. So we might come here for a retest. We'll see. But, you know, I did put in a trade here. You think 2,500 is enough to start with? For crypto? Yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. You can definitely start with 2,500. It's just all based on what you buy. Right now, honestly, I'll be looking at layer 1s to mid-cap coins. So I wouldn't be buying Bitcoin or even Ethereum, to be honest. So I'll be looking maybe at Cardano, you know, some of the like AVAX coins that are bullish, getting ready to explode, but it haven't really exploded yet, right? They haven't really had that massive leg up yet. And I would say Cardano is one of them. I think Cardano is just getting ready here to be the next layer 1 to explode. I mean, we see BNB. I mean, Ethereum is at 3,800. Ethereum is looking great right now. But honestly, you know, this might be a good time to short Ethereum here on the scalp. There's a lot of resistance here. We can come down. We can pull back a little bit more here in the next coming weeks. DNX is flying. Never heard of DNX. I started with less than $100 4 years ago and just flipped 6 figs. Wow, man. That's amazing. But I'm pretty sure you put money as you went, right? You didn't just have that 100 bucks. You added money as you went, right? But shout out to Crypto Brownie, starting with 100 bucks in crypto 4 years ago, and now he has 6 figures. I'm curious to what coins you invested in. Let us know if you don't mind sharing. Let us know what coins you invested in that helped you go from 100 bucks, obviously you probably DCA'd, to eventually 6 figures. Hey Rod, what's up, man? How look at you, long time. Yeah, man, long time. I haven't seen you in a while, Rod. I've been live streaming consistently, but I haven't seen you in a while, bro. Good to see you back on here. Barack, what's up, man? Welcome to the live stream, guys. Wow, we already hit 56 people on YouTube. You guys have been killing it. Don't forget to like, by the way. Crypto is dangerous. Yeah, I would say crypto is dangerous if you don't know when to get in and to get out. I would say it's dangerous, but this is why I live stream the charts. I think the number one thing about crypto is the charts, and it kind of helps you know when to get in and to get out. Right? The best times to get in was 2022, the bear market, 2023, right? I mean, look, Bitcoin was 15K, 20K. This was the best times to buy right here. You could have made life-changing money. And now we're over 100K. Now we're getting to that process on getting out, right? On getting out on a lot of altcoins in the next coming quarters. Good to see you, JB Hanks. How you been, man? Appreciate all of you guys on here. Already got 2,000 likes. Oh yeah, I gotta do the crypto daily update of the day. We'll check it out. Yeah, definitely looks like a little breakout. I'm up on a trade. I'm waiting for my next TP. Right, we already hit our 2 TPs. This was the trade of the day here. I posted in the group, and we already hit 119.200. My next one is 120. So I'm already in profit. And it was a little, highlight. It was 10x to 20x. I think I did 15x, I believe. If you're not in Crypto Trader University, you're missing out. Best investment I made. Shout out to Diamond. Shout out to Diamond and Crypto Trader University. This is where I post my trades. Again, if you guys are interested in joining, check out the first link in the bio. If you guys want to be a part of the university, Crypto Trader University is my trading group I made. And shout out to Diamond. I mean, Diamond has been killing it. These are some of his trades right here. He posted here in the group chat on Discord, and he made he made a lot of money. He made over 3K right here. You can see 3K on the trade. So shout out to Diamond. No, it's not, I would say it's the beginning stages of altcoin season. But yeah, we'll check out all your favorite altcoins, guys. You guys can request the altcoins you guys want me to check. Don't forget to like. That's all I ask. AVT. I'll check it out. Don't worry. Semper, I am making money, buddy. Making a lot of money. Probably more than you. But yeah, we'll check out here the daily update. We see pump is down. Well, this is on the weekly, but on the weekly pump is down. On the daily too, a little bit. I've been buying pump here on the way down. I'm up already on the trade on pump, but I've been buying spot pump as well. I think it's a good opportunity to buy pump. Again, very kind of high risky because it's a newer coin. But Cake is up pretty big here, and as well as Hex, right? We can see why Cake is up. BNB's been killing it, layer 1. And obviously, this is what I'm saying. If you guys, if layer 1 is going to do well, their DEX is going to do well too. So we can see why Cake is up big. We see Caspa as well. Let's see. I'll give you my prediction on Turbo. Very bullish on it. I'll give you my price prediction. I just got 1 minute ago, posted my last 5 trades, and I opened 4 hours ago and closed them in an hour. Oh, you did? Okay, we'll check them out right here. Oh yeah, I see. All right, look at that. So Diamond just posted his latest trades in the group. 112%. Wow. Look at that one. And what I love about Diamond, because he posts how much he made. I mean, he made 200 bucks here, 400 bucks. His average is probably like 600 bucks or something. He made 1,000 on this trade. So big gains right here to Diamond. Shout out to Diamond. You can even see his name right there. But thank you for sharing your trades. And shout out to the 2 new people. We got 2 new people the last 2 weeks in the group. Shout out to those 2 people. We'll check out Ondo too. So look, this is on the daily. Hex been killing it too today. We've been up 15% on Hex. Jupiter and Cake, the 2 dexes here. Very soon we're gonna see Aerodrome do something similar, right? Very soon. So you guys want to be looking at dexes too. Dexes are very important. They're decentralized exchanges. So thank you, Crypto Brownies. And guys, we'll take a look at your favorite altcoins here. I'll give you my honest opinion. We'll see where we're at right now in the market. Just don't forget to like. That's all I ask. Cake, that's new to you? Yeah, Cake's been here since a while, right? But I think it's the main dex. Yeah, it's definitely the main dex on BNB. I think someone asked for Ondo. We'll take a look at Ondo real quick. But don't worry, we'll take a look at all your favorite coins tonight. Ondo's been looking great too, right? This definitely looks like a higher low. This definitely looks like a bottom here on the monthly. Can we get a pullback? Yeah, we can. I mean, we're overbought on the weekly. So last time we were this overbought was the top right here. So we can very well get a pullback. Kind of looks like a cup and handle, right? We can just kind of create that handle right here on this bull flag and then, you know, go into a new level, right? But either way, I'm bullish long term. I'm bullish long term on Ondo. I just remember when Ondo was below $1, and now we're holding that dollar so far, but I can see it's kind of going down here under $1 slightly. But I'm bullish on Ondo. I think this is a good coin that will definitely break all-time highs here, 215. But you guys want Jasmine, XRP, H-bar. I've seen H-bar a lot of times here. We'll take a look at H-bar. I want to create a system in the live stream where you guys can vote. I'm going to see if there's a program out there where you guys can vote based on the comments, and that can, you know, show the most votes for a coin. That'll be awesome, because then we'll be able to do it in order based on the popularity, right? So H-bar, again, H-bar very strong. 28 cents, man. I mean, this coin is just not stopping. You can see this is definitely the bottom right here. I don't see H-bar coming back here at least till next bear market. At least till next bear market. This is it. We flipped, and I've been saying this for the last months here as H-bar has been pulling back here. I said, look, we're coming down here because we got to fill in this gap here for H-bar and flip that resistance as support. So now we flip that resistance as support, right? And now we're ready to, you know, pivot to the upside. And, you know, that was a beautiful, beautiful bottom right there. And I believe, you know, once we get around here, around 35 cents, we'll probably pull back, kind of create a handle.
New subscriber.
Right, boom, and then we'll start to move to the upside. Frank says 200K Bitcoin. I stand on that. You think we're going to 200K? Maybe. You know, I'm gonna be coming out with my Bitcoin price prediction
New subscriber
this week. So you guys want to follow me on YouTube, I'm gonna be posting the video on my Bitcoin price prediction, which involves a lot of analysis, right? Like, for example, Fibonacci. You can see your last Bitcoin top. You know, I used Fibonacci to find the top, and you can see the 618, boom, right there, right? You see the 618 hit the top right there. And all you needed was the bottom and the previous top right here, and you would have seen Bitcoin bounce off the 618 when everyone was freaking out with the pandemic, right? It was just bouncing off the 618, and then we topped out here at the 0618. So I'll be using the same strategy to find the top for this bull market, and I'll be giving my price. So this is why you guys want to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be posting on there. We're almost at 40K. Jordan says, how do I find my first crypto coin to invest in? Well, you know, what I suggest is, you know, you go download CoinMarketCap and then look through the coins, start with the top 10 first, and go through each coin, find a coin that you believe has a strong narrative, a strong utility, right? And CoinMarketCap is great because it lets you read the about page, it lets you go to the website. You can do a lot of research with CoinMarketCap. So that's what I suggest. Where should I keep my crypto the safe way possible? Can someone help me? Your boy out. Day, I got you, bro. I got you. So in my opinion, the best way to keep your crypto as safe as possible is have it on a Trezor, a Tangent, a Keystone. Maybe I would say a Ledger is okay too. And what's the other? There's another wallet out there. I think there's a OneKey. And here's the thing no one talks about. If you want, just for your Bitcoin, if you have Bitcoin, have just one separate Bitcoin only wallet. The reason why, there's you know, altcoin wallets, and then there's just a Bitcoin only wallet. If you have your Bitcoin on a Bitcoin only wallet, it reduces the risk a lot, okay? Because it's just that Bitcoin firmware. And some of the best Bitcoin only wallets, Trezor actually has one that's Bitcoin only. Cold Card, Keystone as well. There's a couple other ones, but those are the ones I like. And again, you guys can get all the cold storage wallets I use are all in my link bio. And in my link bio, you get a discount for each one using my link. So Ledger, 20% off, Tangent, 20% off. You can definitely check it out using my link. What's up, Pepe? Man, we got a lot of people here today. You guys been killing it with the likes. We'll take a look here at Jasmine. Yeah, I'll be this week, guys. I'll be uploading my video on YouTube on where I see Bitcoin topping out, where I see it running this cycle. So you guys want to subscribe to my YouTube channel? This is it right here. Just search Sir Lewis. We're at 38,000. We're about to hit 48. And I actually just came out with a video today on how to set up BitUnix multi-window, how to, you know, my trading layout. You can check that out too in my top 5 altcoins. So check it out on my YouTube. So Jasmine, you know, I'm bullish on Jasmine. I've been buying on these dips here. You know, I just believe Jasmine, you know, has a nice Adam and Eve bottom right here. For sure, you can actually see it better on the daily. Right, we see a nice Adam and Eve bottom right there, which is this right here, right? So right now we are obviously getting a rejection here, but I just believe, you know, we're putting in that handle to eventually break through that, and then once we make that support, that's really when Jasmine's going to run. There's just a lot of resistance here because this used to be Jasmine's support from the last months. But look, honestly, I don't believe Jasmine will go to all-time highs. I think it'll go somewhere slightly below its all-time high. So even though I'm invested in Jasmine, I'm not holding till it goes to all-time highs. I'm just holding till it gets to a certain level. What broker I suggest? I suggest BitUnix or BTCC. They're both KYC free. You can leverage trade on them. And if you use my link, you get a big deposit bonus. Like for example, if you use my BTCC link, which I put in the pinned comment, you get 10% deposit bonus up to 10K. Up to 10K. It's insane. I thought it would be like 1K or something like that. But obviously to get the 10K, you have to put like 100K and you get that 10%. But still, it's up to 10K, the 10% deposit bonus on BTCC. They're a great exchange. They've been here since 2011. No hacks or anything like that. And again, you could put in the money, withdraw it, and just keep the, you know, just keep the house money, basically. But you can check it out using my link. But yeah, I don't think Jasmine can break all-time highs, bro. Please look at Beam. Can you give me around 50? What? What are you talking about? Yeah, we'll take a look at Beam. I have a little bit of Beam, you know, for a gaming coin here. But we'll see what Beam is up to. Had a massive dump. I mean, this is a newer coin, right? We had a massive dump here. Obviously, I see Beam moving up here and eventually getting rejection here at the 618, which is a coincidence. It's also where we pulled back here. So there's going to be a lot of resistance here at 10 cents, 11 cents Beam. So for sure, I'll be shorting Beam when it gets up here. I'll be looking to short Beam. Okay, I believe it can definitely get a lot of resistance here around 12, 11, 10 cents. But I'm bullish. I believe this coin can, you know, start to recover and come back, you know, over 20 cents. And possibly, I mean, the top can go, or Beam can go to 8 cents all the way to 10 cents. Oh, did I say 10 cents? I think it's around 0.1, right? So it's actually a penny, 0.1. But it can go to 10 cents or 8 cents here, being the top for Beam. So I am bullish on Beam. I think Beam will be a runner, a late runner. What the heck is $50 going to do? Yeah, exactly. I think Kumar wants to put that into like a pump fund coin or something. But we'll take a look at Sui. Sui is one of the strongest coins this bull market. And it's like every pullback Sui has, it just gets eaten up, right? It just, that's how you know a coin is strong. Each pullback, we're just getting eaten up here. And, you know, I mean, look at that. It's just a beautiful chart. You can see that we broke out of this pendant. So our measured move here from this pendant, it actually aligns with my Fibonacci targets for Sui from the measured move right here, right? Get this measured move. We broke out right here. It actually brings Sui to my exact Fibonacci sell zone, which is from 11 bucks to 15 bucks. So that's where I see Sui topping out, 11 to 15 bucks. 11 to 15 bucks. All right, so I'm very bullish on Sui. Cloud just says, have you heard anything about cash in China? Is it true that they're limiting cash from ATMs and trying to push a digital? Probably, yeah. I mean, you know, I believe China will be the first one to go digital, fully digital, you know, and then eventually they'll push it on here. If any countries did something like that, which stable coin do you think people would gravitate to, not as investment, but to use it? Probably USDC. I would probably have to guess USDC. Lots of chop movement before we get to the 200 SOL, using low leverage for this play. Yeah, I agree with you, Adrian. I agree with you. 190 Solana, but we're getting a lot of chop here. You know, we might have a pullback here at Monday. So yeah, be careful if you guys are leverage trading. I'm using low leverage too. A lot of my trades long term is from 3x to 10x. My latest trade, which is 15x, is Bitcoin, and I already took profits. My 2 take profits, so I just have a little bit of more in that trade. Pepe's pumping. Vine, yeah, Vine's been taking off, right? Vine's been taking off thanks to Elon Musk. It's kind of crazy, right? Because you have these meme coins that's just been dead, and then, you know, Elon Musk talks about them, and then it starts to pump. But shout out to everyone who had Vine right there. I think it did like a 2x or something like that. Yeah, H-bar is looking great. H-bar is looking great. I'm so happy with my position in H-bar. I used to have 0 H-bar, and this pullback allowed me to buy H-bar. Not the recent one, but, you know, over the last year or so. Because I remember a time when H-bar was pretty high and I wanted to get into it, but I was just, you know, I knew at that time most likely we'll pull back, and we did. Thank you guys for the follows, by the way. I just posted a video, a TikTok too, so check it out. Man, you guys are killing with the comments on YouTube. You guys are killing it, man. Please look at Floki again. One thing I will say, guys, you know, when the top is here, the comments are not going to look anything like this. They're going to be like, you know, it's going to be harder for me to read comments. Right now, it's definitely harder than the last 2 months. Last 2 months, it was so slow. But this is why you guys want to come to my live streams, because it's gonna be a sell signal, right? Once we got a lot of retails on here that just want to make money at the end of the cycle, that's how you know. So like Floki, one of the most bullish charts out there for a meme coin. You can see, look at that, right? It's just a beautiful chart, beautiful uptrend. Right now we're on, you know, we bounced off this exact trend line right here, this exact uptrend. And now we're starting to move up to potentially break all-time highs. And honestly, when you look at Floki, it's just a big cup and handle. I mean, look at this, right? And this is the handle, and we're ready to break out. So it's a massive cup and handle ever since it topped out in 2021.
New subscriber.
Thank you for subscribing. And the all-time highs I see Floki can possibly go to is Floki can go to around here. 0.18, 0.11, 0.10, which from right now is a 9x to a 14x, right? So anywhere between a 9x to a 14x is something what Floki can still do, which is pretty realistic. And guys, sorry if I missed all the comments. I know there's so many comments going on. I'm sorry if I missed some of your coins. I'm gonna try my best to cover all your coins on here. I know you guys are asking for ETH, Dogecoin, VET, Pepe. We'll do Pepe since we're getting multiple comments on Pepe. I want to do something where you guys can vote for the coin, and the coins that get the most vote is higher in the list. I gotta figure that out, because then it'll be easier, right? So yeah, Pepe, we can see we're still independent. Once we break out, we're gonna have that massive move here for Pepe. On the daily, you can see on the daily we're kind of retesting it again, so you might get some resistance here, right? You might get some resistance here, kind of looking like a head and shoulders. If you go here on the 4-hour, I'm pretty sure, you know, a little bit, yeah, a little bit, I would say, you know. So on the 4-hour, kind of getting a head and shoulder vibe. You know, if you go a little bit higher, get a rejection. So watch out for that, because if you do that head and shoulders on the 4-hour, we can definitely pull back here for Pepe, you know, to this level right here. And again, pullbacks are healthy, right? Especially if Bitcoin pulls back, we'll come here back to, you know, around 1037 or so is my level. But if not, Bitcoin really breaks out and break out here for Pepe, we can start to run here for Pepe. Especially since on the daily we resetted that stochastic too, right? You see that stochastic reset right there? So that's bullish right there. That's bullish for Pepe on the daily, because we were overbought on the daily for a while. On the weekly, we bounced off the middle line. We're going back to overbought on the weekly. So either way, I think this is a buy the dip opportunity. Even if we dump a little lower here to 10, it's just you have more to gain with Pepe than to lose, in my opinion. I think this coin is going to really take off here and come up here to my measured move, which could be around 81 to 00081 to 00012. Actually, 4081 to 3012. So I'm super bullish on Pepe. Levex, no, I'm on TradingView. Like the stream, thank you. Thank you to everyone who liked. All right, we got what coins you guys got? I've been since 2019, bro. One thing too, guys, about Dogecoin is it's in its positive year, and I've been saying this since the beginning of the year, and I feel like it's going to play out really well. Q4, Q3, right? Ending this year, I think Dogecoin is going to end this year strong. Okay. We can see that we started this year going down for Dogecoin, but that's, you know, we came down with the market. But I believe Dogecoin will get an ETF this year, which is insane to think about that. But we already seen the filings for a Dogecoin ETF, so it's not anything out of nowhere, right? It's already set up for it to get an ETF possibly this year. And once that starts to happen, that's the thing. Once the ETF starts to come out, it's going to come out rapidly. You're going to start to see every day a new ETF or a coin. And I believe one of those coins will be Dogecoin. So right now, I would say the best setup right now, guys, is to get into coins that are layer ones, that are going to get ETFs, that maybe are USA based, right? I would say those are probably the best coins that will probably take off here regarding the news. And I'm bullish on Doge. I have a leverage on Doge that's still open, and I got in around 23 cents around there. So, you know, I'm up a penny, but based on the leverage, it's like a 8x trade. So I'm up, you know, like 20% or something like that. So definitely not bad. Again, I still see a bullish divergence here on Doge to play out. Right, we're just getting a pullback coming down here to this resistance and flipping it like that, right? Even if you go here on the daily, you can see that we broke that resistance to 26 cents. We came back down and we're holding it pretty well. We're holding this level right here pretty well. So I'm bullish on Doge moving up. Now let's take a look at Ethereum. A lot of guys asking for ETH, which is at 3,800. I'm pretty sure if we take a look at ETH BTC, it's strong too, right? This is ETH BTC, and on the monthly, we're nice and strong here. Look at that. We are looking amazing here on ETH BTC, which again, this is the chart. This chart is super important, guys, because this chart can tell you when we could possibly top out, right? When ETH BTC is in this zone right here, this could possibly be any time during this zone be the top of the market. So until then, we got a long way up. We have a long way up here. So, you know, this is why I'm bullish for altcoins blasting off, because by the time we're up here, altcoins are going to be, altcoins are going to be taking off like crazy. But this is why we're in the beginning stages still. And this is such a big month here for ETH, because it's been outperforming the Bitcoin this entire month. And ETH really holds the key here for all, you know, the altcoins to take off. It holds the key because once it breaks this multi-year resistance level right here, it's game on, right? Once we break it, we're going to come down to retest it, ping it, and then, you know, it's game on. We're going to break all-time highs. But when ETH does that, when ETH holds this as support, breaks this and holds this as support, altcoins are going to get that signal to really take off. So I'm very bullish on ETH. I just hit my 3K profit margin for 50K funded. Now what happens? That's awesome. Congrats to Ramiro. Congrats. Let's check out some of the comments here I didn't see. What's the Doge waiting for? LOL. Yeah, no, I think, yeah, shorts need to make their money with everything they shorted to buy the ones. Hey, Lewis, how high do you think Link reaches? I'm thinking 130. Yeah, those are my targets. Well, that's my higher target. My targets for Chainlink is 100 to 130. So no matter how euphoric is, I don't care what's going on with Chainlink. They can have Chainlink staking, some of the craziest things, right, regarding Chainlink. Why isn't my thing getting it? Freaking annoying. But right there. But my targets for Chainlink is 100 to 130. Possibly right there. My sell zone. So, yeah, definitely not bad. Thank you, Summer, for the heart. I appreciate it, man. Well, you guys been killing it on TikTok. We're almost at 100 people. And we got over 50 people on YouTube. By the way, if you guys haven't subscribed to my YouTube already, definitely check it out. We're about to hit 40K. My goal this bull market is 100K. I know it's kind of crazy, but, you know, I believe we could hit that. Yeah, I like Pepe. Pepe is not my biggest meme coin. Like, I'll tell you my biggest meme coin holdings in order. Dogecoin, #1. Obviously, you know, Dogecoin is one of my top holdings. Let me actually put my watch list here. I actually have a watch list here. Let's put on the Sir Lewis watch list here. So we got my whole watch list. So Dogecoin #1, Shiba #2, and then I think it might be a tie between Pepe and Bonk. I have to check it out. I think it might be actually Pepe. Yeah, it might be Pepe, then Bonk, then probably Turbo or Brett, then Floki. So yeah, those are my meme coin holdings in terms of in order. Okay, this is actually my watch list. You can actually create a watch list on Crypto Bubbles. You see some of the coins that I hold. Now I don't hold all of these coins, but these coins are all on my watch list right here. VRA ups is up pretty good on the day. I don't know what's going on VRA. I hold VRA, but I know their chart looks awful. But hopefully they can make a miracle return. ETN. This is actually a low leverage, a super low coin, low market cap coin that I hold. ETN. Okay, I hold some ETN. And yeah, I mean, these are all the coins I hold. I hold a little bit of Foxy too. I hold some Foxy. But let's take a look here at Crow. A lot of you guys asking about Crow here on YouTube as well. And Crow surprisingly has been doing great. I mean, look at that. We broke the 618. I told you guys, I could see Crow going here to 15 cents around here somewhere, and then pulling back to the 618. So no matter where Crow goes, even if it go up here to 17, wherever, I see it pulling back here to 13, 12. Every time we break that 618, we pull back to it. And this is what I see happening for Crow. So, you know, you'll still be able to buy Crow here at these low levels. You just have to have the limit order, because it could be fast, right? It could be a fast pullback. You know, take that liquidity and then move back up. But Crow is looking very bullish here, and this is what I mean. This time is different because Bitcoin consolidating, pulling back, and we see altcoins start to outperform Bitcoin and start to break out of these multi-month ranges. All right, I mean, look at that. So Crow is showing good signs here. I would definitely be careful shorting Crow right now. I can see it going up just a little bit higher before pulling back here. So yeah, we'll take a look at Bonk, Vet. Let's take a look at Vet first. We got multiple comments on Vet, and then we'll take a look at Bonk. What's up, Crypto Homes? Thank you guys for all the likes, by the way. Thank you, Summer. Shout out to Summer for the gifts. Go follow Summer, by the way, guys. She makes some great content as well. So VeChain still hasn't really moved yet, to be honest. But VeChain has a very similar chart to Crow. So I wouldn't be surprised if VeChain starts to move up here anytime. Okay. I'm bullish on VeChain. This was a good buy. I believe this is the bottom right here. If it wasn't, we would have came down here. We would have broken that past bottom here. There's a lot of support over here. So, you know, I just believe it's just taking a little bit to move up, right? It's not going to be one of the first movers like Ethereum is, like Solana, like BNB is. But eventually, I believe VET will start to pick up here, especially since it's so overbought on the monthly. You can see we're very overbought on the monthly. So anytime soon, just like Crow did, just like Crow came out of nowhere, we're going to start moving here to 3 cents, to 4, to eventually 4 cents here, which is the 618. And then pull back a little bit and then probably break it. So I think the other coin was the other coin, Bonk, right? Thank you guys for the likes. Marco, thank you, Marco. Lena, you guys been killing it with the gifts tonight. I'm doing great, Marco. How about you? I appreciate all the gifts. Shout out to Lena, Marco, Summer. Now we're taking a look at Bonk. And I think the Solana phone. Who's getting the Solana phone, guys? Any of you guys pre-ordered the Solana phone? I wish I would have done. But it's apparently coming out in just a couple of days, August 4th. So I'll be excited to take a look at the Solana phone. Which I think this, if the Solana phone takes off, we're gonna see a lot of phones that's gonna be crypto based, right? With like a wallet and everything like that into the future. I could see iPhone implementing that into the future if that's pretty successful with the Solana phone. So you know, we look here at the daily, we're breaking down to the downside. So, you know, we're breaking down here to the downside. We're very overbought on the daily.
New subscriber.
And I mean, we kind of had a fake out here, right? We're back independent. So we kind of had a fake out here. We might start to move up here and eventually break out to the upside here for bonk. What I see here on the 4-hour is potentially us coming back here and then pulling back one more time, putting in kind of like an inverted head and shoulders. So watch for like an inverted head and shoulders on the 4-hour to then eventually break out to the upside. So, you know, this will be a good long trade here, right? Put a stop loss right over here. It'll be a good long trade here as it possibly came down to sweep that liquidity right there, and now has momentum to the upside.
Subscriber.
So I'm optimistic on bonk. I believe this coin, the higher probability it does break out to the upside here, as it had. Usually we have a fake out like that before a coin breaks out to the upside. So I mean, we resetted that stochastic on the daily. On the weekly, we're still overbought, but doesn't mean we can't pump up higher. Amelia, what's up? Thank you guys for coming to the live. Shout out to Ron, Luca, Epic Gamer. Bitcoin moving up, guys. Look at that. Bitcoin moving up to 119,539. We're almost on my second target. My last target on my trade is 120K. I put in this trade signal right here tonight, and already hit our second 2 TPs, waiting for that 120K, and then I'm out. But it was a 15x, and been great so far. No, I'm definitely not Epic Gamer. You look at DNX, I got you, man. Yeah, guys, there's so many coins, but just stay patient. We'll cover the coins one by one. DNX, this came out in 2024, I believe, right? I mean, ever since it came out, it's just been selling off, and maybe this is the bottom, right? Maybe it found the bottom, and a big signal for that is this candle, right? This engulfing candle from the last previous 4 months, 3 or 4 months, right? We haven't seen something like, I mean, we never seen something like this. We've seen it trying to do it up here, failed, right? You know, we try to go over here, failed, and we dump. So there's a big possibility that this is the pivot, because you can see the last 4 months we've been consolidating, and on the 4th month we engulfed the last 3 months. So this could be the pivot where maybe we pull back a little bit, but then if the next month is green, right, we're starting an uptrend. We're pivoting here. So this is good. It's just that, you know, if you want to be safer, I would wait at least a week or so, because I can see this pulling back for sure, especially since it's been in a long-term downtrend. I see it pulling back to this level right here. And if we pull back to this level, which would be healthy, and we get a nice bounce and we hold this support, then we're ready to continue this uptrend. You see? So, you know, that's the way I like to trade. I like to have more confirmation before getting in right here and then pulling back. No, I'd rather be patient, wait for the pullback. You know, we hold that support, you get in right there, and then, you know, we continue this ascending channel. But looking good so far. We just have to hold that level right there. All right, a lot of you guys asking for Chainlink, so we gotta take a look at Chainlink again. But man, Chainlink at 119, 19 bucks, moving up here nicely with Bitcoin. And we were just at 17, you know, we were just at 17 bucks here. So the pullback was 17 bucks. This is what's awesome right here, right? I should have got into a long here. I didn't look at the Chainlink chart, but I should have got into a long here. You know, this beautiful pullback here to that previous resistance. And I just try to make trading as simple as possible to you guys. It's really not, you know, people overcomplicate it, but you see we had this major resistance top back in May 2025, and we pulled back to it. We pulled back to it, and most likely that is the bottom. There's a big possibility that is the bottom right there in this pullback. And then we'll probably flag out here. Right? This looks like we're, you know, flagging out here for Chainlink. So, you know, we might tighten up here. We might have some chop here. 17, 18, and then, you know, we break out to to around 21. So very soon I see Chainlink 20, 21. Very, very soon if we break up to the upside. Okay, especially since you get the measured move right here. Boom. Depending where we break out, of course, you can see right there, right? So I do like Chainlink. I bought a ton here on this pullback, so I think this is gonna probably be the last time you can buy Chainlink under 20 bucks, at least until next bear market. Man, you guys been killing it. Almost 10K likes. Almost 10K likes. We're looking at Bitcoin, your favorite coins at the moment. Some of you guys are asking for Algorand, so we'll take a look at that. Algo. 28 cents, right? Let's take a look here at the 4 hour. Yeah, so I mean, Algo, we lost the support. We're coming back up here, so we might get some resistance here at first. So you might pull back on Algo right here, right? We're getting some resistance here because we had this as support just not too long ago. So we might pull back possibly right here to 27 cents, 26, and then put in a higher low and continue to, and then eventually break that 20 cents, work our way to 30 cents. That's what I'm looking here on the 4 hour, right? So you can even kind of see it right here. All right, and it's, you know, it's basically flagging out here. So, you know, we break out to the upside. The estimate right here on this breakout, you know, next move could be around 40 cents. So not too long until we hit 38, 40 cents here for Algo. Right, especially since on this pullback, we resetted that daily stochastic too. We were very overbought on the daily. We needed to reset that. And on this reset, it's not like we're dumping all the way down here to like 20 cents and under. So this is how you know this is a bullish pullback. This is how you know where this is where, you know, we're not dumping all the way down here. We got some buyers over here. We got some support. And what's even bullish too is that Algo, similar to Chainlink, we pulled back to that top right there back in May. It's exactly what Chainlink did. So we're flipping that resistance at 25 cents as support. So I'm liking it. I'm liking Algo. I'm liking Algo. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, and I'm gonna have to put Owen on timeout. How I feel about XRP. XRP is one of my top holdings along with Dogecoin. That's how I feel about XRP. What do you mean you think stable coins are safer? Like which stable coin? Just short at the top of Solana 192 just in case my long doesn't follow through. So you put in a hedge. What do you mean what time do I get there? Brett? Man, I haven't looked at Brett in a while, so let's take a look at it. Let me see, Brett had a nice recovery here. All right. So, I mean, one thing that's super bullish here for Brett is the 25-200 cross, right? We just got it right now. And on this pullback, we actually bounced on both of them. This is awesome. So if you didn't know, my 25 is the yellow and my 200 MA is the orange. And on the daily, you know, we're crossing that 25 and 200. Every time this happens, this is mega bullish. But on top of that, Brett pulls back and bounces on both of them, right? So I believe that this momentum is going to continue, meaning the 25 is going to keep going up, the 200 is going to keep going down, which means Brett is going to keep going up. So, you know, if you, just to show you how big this is, last time this happened on the daily, right? Let's see what happened to Brett. Last time this happened right here, right? I mean, we took off. You can see right here.
New subscriber.
We took off from, I mean, we had a massive explosion here on Brett last time this happened at 9 cents all the way to its all-time high of 23 cents. So the second time this happens, it would just happen recently, just a couple days ago. So it won't be too long until Brett starts to take off here. So I'm pretty bullish on Brett. Even Bitcoin too. Look, Bitcoin, you can see that huge wick down there was that 20. This is why I love the 25. I know a lot of people use the 21. I prefer the 25. I just seen more accuracy with it. I'm using TradingView. I used to do options. I do a futures trading for crypto. That was this is on the daily. But look at that. You see this huge fake out right here for Bitcoin. 114, right? It was exactly on the 25. We wicked to it right on it. Turbo. Take a look at Turbo. By the way, guys, I just posted a video after the live stream. Definitely check it out. It's my top 3 altcoins that are doing this exact bullish pattern. And that bullish pattern is what Turbo's doing right now. So I just gave you one of them. But check it out. It's my top 3 altcoins that are doing this bullish pattern called the Adam and Eve bottom right here, which is this pattern right here. It's just my latest TikTok video. You guys can check it out. But right here, Adam and Eve, bullish reversal pattern right here with nice bottom. You can clearly see Turbo is doing something very similar to that, right? Boom. And then we getting that nice rounding out to eventually break out. So I'm really liking Turbo. You know, I bought a ton here on this pullback. And even when you look on the daily too, we just had that flip too. I'm telling you guys, a lot of coins are having that bullish flip, that 25-200 flip. And on this pullback, we're holding that 25 as support. So, you know, I'm just showing you guys here all the signs, all the signals. Thank you, Gav's dad. Shout out to Gav's dad. We just hit our goal. Let's freaking go. We just hit our gift goal. Shout out to Gav's dad here on TikTok. Yeah. No, that's not a makeup of a pattern. That's a famous pattern. But yeah, I mean, this is a very bullish here. I mean, to me, I would not short Turbo. And I think I'm in a long for Turbo, low leverage long. But I see this momentum continuing right here. All right. Last time we flipped that 25-200 on Turbo was, man, it's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been right here. It's been right here, and it's just been taken off here. It was actually before Turbo really went God mode right here and took off. Last time that happened. So we pulled, when we flipped back, we had a major pullback. So this is why, I mean, this is so important, because when we have that flip, it completely changes the momentum, and it basically increases the momentum to either up or down. So here we were already going down for Turbo, but with that flip, it just increases that momentum. So we dump even harder. And now we're getting the opposite. We're flipping, and we're in the beginning stages, right? Yeah, Turbo's up a ton here from the pullback, but still, Turbo has a long way to move up. So I'm super bullish on Turbo. Post-crash GP, would you ever rotate back into crypto, invest into stocks? I'll probably look to buy Bitcoin. And this is, I made a video today too called "You should make it your goal to hold at least 1 Bitcoin," guys. And honestly, like, I can't stress that enough. Do what you guys gotta do to hold at least 1 Bitcoin. We know where Bitcoin is going. We're certain on it past 2030. These other altcoins, we're still not certain on it. This is how early we are. So you want to guarantee $1 million bucks, try to hold at least 1 Bitcoin. And I would say the best way to do that is using altcoins as leverage without even leverage trading, right? Buying altcoins on spot, taking those profits, and then waiting for the Bitcoin pullback. That's the, I mean, that's how people have done it last cycle and each cycle. So yeah, I heard about Illuvium. I'd be careful, guys. I'd be careful with Illuvium, Mana, Sandbox. Yeah, apparently Owen never heard of a cup and handle pattern. But I think Owen's probably like 12 or 10 or something. ASM up 70%, really. ASM up 75%. Let's actually take a look here at the past hour, which coins are up the most. Yeah, we got some altcoins here on the daily though. VRA, shout out to anyone who has VRA, up 33%. And this is actually my watch list here, so yeah. And yeah, I do hold a little bit of boom, okay? I do hold a little bit of boom, not a ton. But yeah, I hold RSR. Most of these coins I actually do hold. So just a couple of these coins, like I don't hold any DGen, but I have it here. Don't hold any Nacho. I do hold a ton of Caspa. Yeah, VRA's been rocking it. ADA. ADA recently had that flip right here on the weekly. And on the daily, let's see when ADA had. I mean, ADA's about to have that flip here on the daily, so we're looking good. We're looking good for ADA. We're about to flip it right here. All right. Last time we had this flip for ADA right here. I mean, look at this. On the daily, last time we had that 25-200 flip, ADA was around 39 cents. This was, you know, when ADA was for months just hanging around 35 cents. Remember that time? Remember that time? I remember that time. ADA just hanging around 35, 30 cents when you guys should have been buying a ton. We had that 25-200 flip right there, and ADA went all the way to $1.33, right? And then since then, we flipped back. And now we're about to flip back here bullish. So we're getting ready to explode here for ADA in the next move up here. I'm very, very confident on it. Okay. And on the weekly too. On the weekly, we actually flipped it on the weekly for the first time. So this is actually the first time we flipped the 25-200 on the weekly. As you can see right there. And to be honest, ADA is one of my most confident plays that can make you some big gains still, right? It's still like a 3x from its all-time high. It's a top 10 coin. It's in this bullish ascending channel. So I would say ADA is one of the best coins out there based on risk management that can do a 3x just like that. I mean, we see Solana about to break all-time highs. BNB already broke all-time highs. I'm not saying those coins are going to keep running, but ADA hasn't really moved like those coins just yet, and I feel like it's going to start to move like it, right? Always stuck with the old coins, BTC, ETH, Litecoin. Caspa. Want me to take a look at Caspa? Caspa's one of my, you know, most optimistic coins this bull market, because it's going to be its first bull market. It's a unique coin, proof of work, block DAG, right? And man, I'm very bullish on Caspa. I think this coin can be huge, right? We're about to get that flip right here. You see, this time we rejected it right here. Now we're coming for a second time. And I believe that will happen on the daily. So 25 about to flip that 200. We're gonna start to move back here for Caspa. You can kind of see this. You know, let's try to find a measured move here for Caspa. Let's see where we can get an estimate of its next target here. All right. What about right here? So we break out around here. Our next move, you know, Caspa can possibly move up here to around 27 cents. 27.28, right? But I mean, that's just the next move. I can see Caspa going to at least $1 this bull market. At least $1. Price targets for Cardano. My all-time high price prediction for Cardano. By the way, guys, I have a whole price prediction playlist on YouTube. You guys can check it out. I cover a bunch of coins, Cardano being one of them. But I actually do like a deep dive, and I show you multiple charts, you know. So Cardano, I see Cardano going in between anywhere from 590 to 750, $8. The highest I see it going to is like 15, 13 around here. But, you know, this is the most conservative target right here. Can you check out CRV price targets? CRV, let's take a look at CRV. The most he made, $100, Carl. Yeah, this guy Owen doesn't. I don't think he knows what he's talking about. So CRV, we're see right here, we're getting some rejection on that 0.5, but eventually we'll break it. I mean, this is what's bullish here right here for CRV. We broke that 618. We're probably gonna come back down to retest it because we're kind of in the flag, right? So we're probably gonna pull back here. I mean, yeah, probably pull back here, back to 80 cents or so, and then we'll take off and break out of this flag. But then the measured move brings us to around $2.98, $3 or $2.98. But either way, I mean, CRV all-time high price prediction from anywhere from 16 to $23, with 54 being the highest it can go, but most likely 23 to 17. The all-time high last cycle was 6 to 82. So, you know, I believe CRV can reach those targets, especially being a big part of Ethereum's chain. Thank you guys for the likes. Almost 15,000 likes. You guys have been killing it today. Let me know if you're bullish on Bitcoin going on to this week. CSPR's chart doesn't look too good, to be honest. But you know, we've been in this flag here for a while now. All right, so if we break out to the upside here, I mean, even though we're way below 2022 lows right here. So this is 2022. And let me actually see CSPR Casper. Where's the Gate.io one? Because the Gate.io one, yeah, the Gate.io one shows the full chart. So yeah, I mean, you can see right here, this is not good, right? Every time we pumped here, we rejected that 2022 bear market low. It's not good. If we do break out to the upside, because it is in this flag, you know, seeing the target.
New subscriber.
You know, if we do break out to the upside, we break that resistance level. And honestly, we've seen a lot of things like this happening in crypto where, you know, it's looking horrible. And then out of nowhere, we have this God candle, break that resistance, and then we pull back. So this is the bullish scenario right here for Casper to happen. So right now it's bearish, but it can flip bullish. We just need something like this to happen right here. You see something like that happen, then it's back, it's alive. Yeah, let me put Owen on timeout. This dude's probably like 9 years old. Here you go, buddy. I've done Chainlink, but I can do it again. Near LCX. And yeah, I'll give you my algo targets. I got you, bro.
Higher new donation.
Raheem, shout out to Raheem. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the super chat. Take a look at XRP new to crypto. I got you, man. I got you. I'll just take a look at Near real quick, and then we'll take a look at XRP. I got you with XRP. And by the way, if you're new to crypto, you're in the right place. This is why I live stream. I live stream for crypto beginners as well. So if you got any questions, if you're a crypto beginner, maybe you're coming from stocks, from wherever, definitely feel free to ask. All right. So Near, we're coming back to that 618. So that's, we're showing good signs here, right? We're showing signs here that we're still alive for Near. We're going here to the 618. So, you know, we're getting a little bit of rejection here. The last 2 weeks, you can see how we kind of, you know, the 2 weeks before that we were pumping, and now we're getting, you know, we're pulling back a little bit. So I would say we can possibly pull back here to possibly a target of 2.73. I don't think it's gonna be a huge pullback, right? But
New subscriber.
you know, we can have a inverted head and shoulders possibly. Even with a small pullback like that, you know, it's a nice inverted head and shoulders to the upside. So if we pull back on Near to 270, 280, I think it's a buying opportunity. Don't expect a huge pullback here, because I think Near already bottomed. So XRP, let's take a look at it. Honestly, guys, I'm really bullish on XRP. As you guys know, it's one of my biggest holdings. I think this coin can really bring some big money into your portfolio, right? I posted a video when XRP was still in this pendant and we broke out, and you know, the measured move from this pendant is 550, and I do believe XRP will come to 550 pretty soon, at least before the year's out. I don't think this will be the top, but we're pulling back here. We can't keep going up only. We're pulling back here. We'll see where we can pull back, but 550, I see XRP 550 pretty fast. You can see right here, we're pulling back because this is where we had a lot of resistance here. This is where we topped out not too long ago, back in January. So when we break that high, I mean, what always happens is we pull back. So everyone's freaking out on this pullback for XRP, but we broke the, you know, we broke the all-time high right here. So, you know, I think this pullback is selfie. I don't think we're gonna crash back here under $3. You know, like I said, there's a chance we can go here to 270, 280, but I think it'll be like a fast wick down there. It'll be, you know, if you want to buy, if you don't buy XRP at 270, 280, you better have limit orders. You see also here on the daily, we were overbought here on the daily since June. Since June here, the entire month of July, June, we were overbought here. So now on this pullback, just like that, we're oversold. Just like that. So we're resetting that daily stochastic, which is good. Right, it's letting XRP breathe a little bit. The weekly, we just got overbought, but again, on the weekly, even though we're overbought, we can stay up here, right? We don't have to go right back down. We can stay up here. Same thing on the monthly. On the monthly, we're starting to we're starting to pivot right here from the middle line, from the 50. So I'm extremely bullish on XRP. I think It's a very strong coin. You know, don't let people out there, you know, scare you out of XRP. I think this is a long hold for me. And XRP is one of those coins along with Bitcoin that I'm holding after this bull market. You know, I'm not afraid to say that. Just bought Caspa. Nice, bro. Congrats. Congrats to buying Caspa. You can find Caspa also on, I believe, BitUnix. So you can use my link, the second link in the bio, or BTCC, my pinned comment. By the way, if you guys sign up on BTCC using my link, you get a big 10% deposit bonus up to 10K. Yes, up to 10K. But at least 500 to get the 10% deposit bonus. Check it out, BTCC.
New subscriber.
It's the pinned comment. Anytime, Pat. But yeah, Caspa's gonna do amazing. Oh yeah, LCX. I forgot about LCX. We'll take a look at it. LCX. I do have this coin. We're still very low for LCX. We're still extremely low here. And I would say LCX is a coin that's in the RWA sector as well, right? Even though they're an exchange coin, they're also in the real world asset class sector for crypto, along with Algorand, you know, Ondo and Rio and all those coins. So it's most likely going to be a coin that moves later. So it's going to slowly move up here. It's a lower market cap coin too, so it's going to take a time here to move, but I believe this is the bottom right here. I think, you know, we're starting to pivot here. We're starting to consolidate here. So we might hang it around here for a couple, maybe one more month or two. Hang around here before we really start to move up. You can see we resetted that monthly stochastic, oversold. The weekly is overbought, but you know, as long as we maintain this higher low here with the weekly overbought, we can continue, right? We can continue to the upside. And if you actually look at the moving average right here, you can see that 25 on the weekly is resistance. So what it needs to really do is break that 25, because it's very obvious right here, right? We just can't break it here from the last 2 months or so, last 3 months. So once we break that, we're ready to pivot here for LCX. And this is what I'm saying. It's a slow mover, right? We're still very far from the 25 crossing the 200. So, you know, I believe very soon we'll cross that 25 200 and we'll start to really move up. And usually before this happens, we have a strong move up. So LCX might have a massive pump here very soon to kind of speed up this crossover. All right, kind of speed up this crossover. Then where we're getting near, we usually pull back and then we continue. That's usually what happens, what I've seen happen with many coins. Yeah, let me just kick this Owen dude. This dude's a clown. You know, it's sad to see people have to, you know, waste their time coming on the live streams and just hating, right? It's unfortunate. Yeah, we talked about Doge already, but I can take a look at it again. Ziggy, what's up, Ziggy? Yeah, I'll take a look at Dogecoin again since a lot of you guys want it. Dogecoin is about to cross over on the daily. Probably next tomorrow or the next 2 days here. I'm definitely liking Dogecoin. And you see Dogecoin pulled back here. Back in May, we had resistance exactly at this level. So, you know, we were under this level. We broke out of it, pulled back, on that 200, right? Pretty close to that 200. We're gonna get that flip very soon. So everything is showing me good signs here, good signals, green flags for Dogecoin to continue this momentum to the upside. And on the daily, we basically reset. We dumped that stochastic and money flow back to oversold. So I'm liking Doge, and this is also why I put in the long right here around 23 cents or so. I put in the signal for a long at 23 cents. You know, on I believe 10x leverage or 8x. So I'm extremely bullish on Doge moving forward. I don't think it's gonna have any heavy pullbacks. Unless Bitcoin dumps to 110. In that case, if Bitcoin dumps to 110, then we can retest the 25 on the weekly, which is around 19 to 20 cents. Okay. So if Bitcoin dumps to 110, 111, then Dogecoin's bottom will probably be around 19, 20 cents, which it will still be bullish. Yeah, that's the big entry right there. The short term, I mean, on the 4 hour, you can see we're just breaking over that 25.2 on the 4 hour. So, you know, we like I said, we might not pull back that hard here for Dogecoin. At worst, 22 cents here. One more time, kind of double bottom here at 22 cents, and then start to move up. So. Raheem, keep doing what you're doing. Bro, you're the first crypto streamer I subscribe to. Really? Wow, man, that means a lot. That means a lot to me. The first crypto streamer that Raheem subscribed to. I appreciate that, Raheem. Thank you, bro. And and thank you for the super chat too. And again, subscribe. If you're new like Raheem, subscribe and don't forget to put that notification bell to when I go live, because then you get a notification when I go live. Usually it's around this time. But I'm gonna be like I said, I'm gonna be doing lives very consistently this bull market, because I want to show you guys here when I'm selling, when I'm buying. This is the time to lock in, guys. This is the time to lock in. If you want to make crazy gains, life-changing gains, if you want to change your life, if you want to make generational wealth, guys, this is the time to lock in. This is the place to be. Right? Not in stocks, not in real estate. This is the asset class to be right here if you want to make life-changing money. The thing about crypto is that you just got to know when to get out. It gets a lot of hate because it's people say it's shady, rug pulls, dumping. If you just know when to get out, you can make some life-changing money. Right? So you just have to, in my opinion, Bitcoin is probably the safest investment going on to the future. So if you guys are here, you're in the right place. You're in the right place for sure. And you guys are gonna make some life-changing money. That's all I can say, guys. Get ready to make some life-changing money. Can you see where Crow might pull? Yeah, so Crow targets, right? Crow targets are actually pretty big here. They're pretty big here based on Fibonacci, but Big D, thank you, bro. Thank you for the roses. Takes a lot of repetition with trades to get clear idea when to cash out. Yeah, it does. It does. That's the thing, guys. If you guys want to be good at trading, just like Adrian and other traders, if you guys want to be good, my number one thing is actually doing it, right? Actually gaining that experience, even if you got bad trades. If you don't want to get good at trades, then most people just watch a bunch of videos, just watch tutorials, just procrastinate. But if you're actually doing it, hands-on, that's how you're gonna get better. A major altcoin to invest more. I mean, there's a lot of them. I love Caspa, Cardano too, RSR. I'll just name some of those. So look, Crow's all-time high could be around a 140. 140 to 193. So, you know, slightly below $2. 140 to 293. Last all-time high, we were close to hitting $1, 95 cents. So, I mean, it's not too far from last all-time high. 140 to 293. But yeah, if Crow really, and again, crypto market moves fast here towards the end of the cycle. You can have some big candles here for Crow and really take off here. What targets are for BNB? I got you, bro. I haven't done BNB in a while, so you gotta check it out. Facts. ASM, I got you, bro. I got you with ASM. Yeah, I could predict the top for BCH. Yeah. By the way, if you guys want to know, if you guys want to request coins, I have a price prediction playlist. All you have to do is go to my latest video on the price prediction playlist or any video and just comment a coin, and I'll make a 8-minute, 10-minute long video on my price prediction analysis for each coin. So check out the playlist on YouTube. And look at that. I mean, BNB starting to move up here to those targets, right? You can see it's an early runner. But let me actually get the wick here, yeah. So yeah, some of the targets here for BNB already started to move up here. 1,000. 1,003. And 1,173. Right, so I can see this being the top for BNB, which is not too far away. It's not too far away. The 618, the highest point, right? The most bullish scenario is 1,593, but no. It's very situational. If we get up here in the next 2 months, then most likely this won't be the top and we could go up a little bit higher. But if it's Q4, right? Maybe November, October, and we're up here, Bitcoin over a 150K. That's a scenario where you want to basically sell all your BNB. Wow, look at that. We just got a subscription. Shout out to Sunny. Thank you, Sunny, for being a subscriber, my 6th subscriber. Shout out to Sunny for subscribing. Thank you. Now you're Sir Sunny. How much capital do you use when on each trade? Great question. So, you know, everyone is different, right? There's people out there that trade thousands in a trade. There's people out there that trade hundreds. Usually mine is like, it depends on the trade. If I'm confident, right? Most of my trades I'm confident, but you know, it can go from range from 50, anywhere from 50 to $200. But like I said, if I have a trade where I want to use $100, I don't go all in on $100. I possibly put in half of it and then ladder in as it goes down. That's my trade management strategy. So I mean, I'll show you my signal right here. This is actually one that I'm already up 13% on. This is one I posted today right here, 9:58 a.m. And you can see right here, entry zone, right? And this is my ladder in prices. So just how I have a target take profit prices, I ladder out, I ladder in too. So that's my management. It's great because a lot of people just get in and at a certain target, but if it doesn't go their way, right, you risk liquidation, you risk hitting your stop loss. With this strategy, if it goes down, I'm putting more in. I'm putting the rest of my trade here as it goes down, bringing my average down here. Okay, so I already had 2 take profits. My next one is 120. So I already took 2 profits on this trade. So pretty good so far. Yeah. Lucas, what's going on, buddy? What's up with these comments? Yeah, I'm pretty, you know, I think this month I only had like 1 or 2 bad trades, but I don't post trades like every single day. mostly like long term. But man, Bitcoin looking good for tomorrow, guys. A lot of altcoins holding up well, as you can see. VRA pumping, so I'm liking the market. I will probably be live streaming again tomorrow. Okay, so stay tuned for that. Can you withdraw your winnings with futures? Yeah, you can. You can. Again, use my link. If you guys use my link, 10% deposit bonus, 10K up to 10K, so you can get up to 10K depending on how much you deposit, but starting at 500. And you could use that to trade and take out the profit from that. Okay, Bitcoin Cash, I got you. Before we go, Bitcoin Cash. I know you guys wanted some Bitcoin Cash targets here. Seeing where Bitcoin Cash can go to this cycle. And, you know, not getting the wick right here. We're getting around right here. This should be good. So, I mean, Bitcoin Cash, it could top out anywhere from 2,300 to 3,146, and the 618 being 5,000 right there. You know, we know this. I mean, this coin put in a lower high from last cycle, but I believe it can go to back to 2,300 to around here, right? Especially how it had a beautiful bounce here from this bear market. So, I know a lot of people hate on Bitcoin Cash, but I believe it can definitely do well. Yeah, I just want to say thank you to all of you guys who send the super chats, who sent the gifts. Thank you for the subscriptions, by the way. Jams, what was your coin? Pancake. I got you. So Pancake Swap, let's actually take a look here on Gate, because I know Gate has... where's the coin here? Come on, Gate.io. There we go. So Pancake Swap, man, this coin is looking good for a breakout. This coin is looking like it wants to break out, right? You can kind of see right there. You know, 15 bucks. So possibly 15 bucks here for a cake, right? Which would be a massive move here to the upside. Obviously we're gonna get a lot of resistance here at the 618, but yeah, I mean, this coin is looking bullish, and we know why, right? BNB, if BNB is gonna do well, cake is gonna do even better. It's gonna give you some better returns because it's lower leverage, but it'll take some time, right? It'll take some time for it to give you some better returns. First off, it's BNB. BNB's in the spotlight, but I'm bullish on cake. I think this is a coin to buy the breakout. Okay. Anytime jams. But yeah, again, that's the number one thing. If you guys are bullish on BNB, or if you see BNB doing well, or you see Solana doing well, their dexes are going to do even better long term. All right. My opinion on XRP, I'm super bullish on it. And you guys are hilarious on YouTube, man. But yeah, I just want to thank all of you guys. We had 20K likes. Again, if you're new to me, follow. Check out my latest video. My latest video is called the top 3 altcoins that are forming a extremely bullish Adam and Eve double bottom, right? As you can see right here, where is it? That's my latest TikTok video, and I'll post it on YouTube very soon. Top 3 altcoins are forming this bullish pattern right here, this reversal pattern to the upside. So check it out. And again, I'll be live again tomorrow, guys. I have to get off now because it's a little late here, but I'll be live again tomorrow. So put on that notification bell, join BTCC with that 10% deposit. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace. I think XRP can hit a 550. Man, what's going on with these comments on YouTube? Again, guys, nothing here is financial advice, man. You don't want to, you know, you want to think for yourself, make your own decisions. So I don't know what's going on with Lucas there. But yeah, man, thank you guys on YouTube. The YouTube's been amazing the last, few weeks. You guys been killing it. I'm gonna keep doing these lives, so stay tuned. I got a bunch of videos. So this week I have my Litecoin price prediction video. Oh yeah, my bad, Torta. I forgot AVT. I got you, man. I got you. Before we get off it, AVT's looking good, right? I told you. I don't know if I believe, because I know I have these from a couple months ago. And I told you, as we were pulling back here, I said we'll probably pull back here to this level, and we did. So I believe that's the bottom right there for AVT. Now in the short term, where can AVT pull? Right, AVT, I mean, it's gonna chop here a little bit more, right? It might pull back. You can see that the strong resistance on the 200. So what can happen is we can possibly meet up with that 25, right? Kind of have some chop here, meet up with it around 150, 160, and then take off, right? So I wouldn't expect AVT to take off anytime soon. Maybe in about a week, right? But if it pulls back, I think it's a good buying opportunity. 160, 168. 170, right? As it's pulling back here, I think this is a good buying opportunity. I think this coin will eventually take off. I already looked at Doge. I'll look at it again, bro. That's pretty good amount in Doge. I got a good amount too. Dogecoin too. I don't think Dogecoin is going to pull back too much. I mean, it could pull back to 22 cents, put in a double bottom right there. But if you actually look on the daily, everything is looking good for Doge. You see the 25 is about to break the 200 on the daily. We came down here to test this as resistance right here, because you see we broke that. We topped out here in May at 25 cents. We broke that. Now we're holding that as support while the 25 is flipping the 200, and we reset that stochastic on the daily to oversold. So what Dogecoin is doing on this pullback is it's something very bullish here. It's setting itself up to have some major, some major legs up here in the coming future. All right, and you're starting to see that momentum too on the 4 hour. So, and this is why, look, on this pullback, when Dogecoin was at 26 cents, I waited for this pullback so I could put a leverage trade right there around 23 cents. So I'm actually in a long here on Doge that I'm gonna be holding out for a long time. It's 8x. But even if you look on the weekly, it's it's not too hard to see, right? We broke this level of resistance. We're pulling back to flip it as support. So I'm bullish. Yeah, we're getting that golden cross exactly on the daily. If you look on the daily, I prefer the 25. I mean, even though, let's check out the 21. Let's see where the 21 is at. So the 21 too, actually the 21 already flipped, right? The 21 already flipped, but the 25 is about to flip. And, that's going to be very bullish for Doge. But thank you guys so much here on YouTube. Again, check out CTU, Crypto Trader University, my private trading group. Or you can join the free Telegram. We got over 1,000 people. And if you guys use BTCC, you guys can get up to 10K based on your deposit. 10% deposit over 500. So definitely use it. It's free money, guys. And yeah, I love you guys so much. I'll catch